Here we are. Jock is just coming back from a broken left fibula. As you can see, you can start walking, Jock. As you can see, his left ankle is quite swollen compared to the right. But we've just had a few sessions now using various hands-on techniques to get the foot to become and the ankle to become a little bit happier. Turn around, mate. So his movement's definitely improving. So I just want to show you what we've been doing and how we're getting change in through his body. So we're going to bring in, perfect, Jock. We're going to bring in some tools to show you how he moves and how we're getting better communication between the ankle, the hip, and the thoracic spine in a reconditioning. The segmented hip swing is going to focus on really creating extensibility in through the tissues of the ankle complex, right up into the hip. So as Jock just slows it down and reaches out, his knee drives forward, which creates more of a load in the anterior and also in the transverse plane. And when he reaches across the body now, he's really driving the hip towards me, which creates a supination of the foot, a lifting of the arch. So what I'm going to do is just gently drive his fibula head forward and forward, just helping it create better rhythm in through the tissue of the ankle, creating extensibility in through all of this connective tissue that is now starting to glue up from his plantar fascia right through his attachments in both ankles. So Jock, what you can do now is, let's go into a sit and reach. So holding here, and all I want you to do is do exactly the same thing. Going to sit, let your backside drop and drive your knees forward. Perfect. And back, and up you come. Good. So once again, I'm just going to get 2 or 3 times in this position, and then I'm going to tweak where I put his foot position, which once again will change what happens not only at the ankle, but what happens at the hip. As you can see, the whole body's getting tweaked. So just pitch and toe a little bit, Jock. Perfect. I've just got the power plate on 30. We're just doing 45 seconds. Just hang on there, Jock. Perfect. So we're getting great extensibility through this superficial back line, but also now by simply changing the foot position, it creates many other lines of the body that have to be involved in the movement, and it's creating a bigger upregulation and stimulation of vector variation, which is really important to get change in the system. Great work, Jock. Now I want you to turn the feet out for me, Jock, and open your stance up. Great work. Just going to let your hips drop, drive your knees forward. So now what we're doing is we're going to create a bigger upregulation in through the inner hip capsule. I'm going to allow the big posterior complex to become more involved, and we're creating a great extensibility in through that ankle complex. Great work, Jock. Best part is everything from thoracic spine to hips to ankle complex is getting an upregulation. Great work, mate. Now just come back into a normal stance. Feet straight. Good, same deal. So here we have Jock now. I've got him standing on his left ankle, and he's just using the Viper to drive forward in a tilt series, and he's using the freeform board. Now the beautiful thing about the freeform board is it allows the freedom for him to reach back, creating force in that left ankle, but creating a force in a very controlled manner. So as Jock now starts to focus on just simply driving his left knee forward, it creates more extensibility in through the ankle complex. The weight of the Viper going forward creates more upregulation in through the thoracic spine, and the ease and the flow of using the freeform board on his right foot creates more extensibility of the tissues in through the hip complex. So a great combination for getting anyone who has any sort of ankle or hip issues to become better. So now we just want to have a comparison of what happened with Jock's gait after we did that little mobiliser on the power plate. You'll notice, and without looking at his whole body, I'm just basically looking at his feet through to his knees, his rhythm through his ankle, knee and hip now has improved. So that means that now when he hits the ground with that foot, there's an ease in which the foot can mitigate the stress from the ground up. So it's pretty amazing when you think about what the body takes when it goes through a repair or a reconditioning phase. What we're really trying to do is not fix anything, but actually enhance the tissue, enhance the ability for the body to take in force and now start to mitigate it and in fact use that force to stimulate more efficient movement of the body.